Guys, I will be dictating two passages every day, one general and one legal. So subscribe to my channel for latest updates. 5 seconds. I am only responding to the issues raised relating to the Raghuram Rajan Committee report. I will make a brief response to that. You will recall that the Raghuram Rajan Committee was appointed pursuant to my budget speech of last year. It was our government's decision to appoint such a committee to identity states which are far from the average of India. States on several parameters are far away from the average of India. Therefore, we said that we should identify those states and work out a mechanism by which those states can be helped. Let me make it clear that report and the reason for constituting that committee had no reference to any particular state. Therefore, a number of states are removed from the average. Therefore, we wanted to identify which those states are and find out a mechanism by which those states can be helped. The Raghuram Rajan Committee had a wide representation. They identified some parameters using which the states can be identified and they ranked the states. Based on that rank, we have circulated that report to all concerned. The report is at the active consideration. The second part of the report says that a part of the Finance Commission recommendations, which is a constitutional body apart from the Planning Commission devolution of funds, there are other funds and the devolution of those funds, the distribution of those funds could be done under the pattern or under the norms suggestions by the Raghuram Rajan Committee. Those norms have also been circulated to all the ministries concerned. The ministries have been asked to give their suggestions and comments. That is also at the active consideration. Let me assure this House that it is our intention to help the more backward states of India, and the report is under active consideration. Today, it is a concerted effort of the people, of the literary people, of the educated people, and of the elected representatives of Odisha, both of the State Assembly and also of the Lok Sabha. May I suggest one thing, sir, that the government has repeatedly requested the central government to accord classical status to Odia language. Earlier, the Kendra Sahitya Academy has given this bona fide recognition to Odia language. Today will be a golden letter day because Odia language, along with Tamil, along with Malayalam, along with Kannada, and along with Telugu, has become a classical language. Other than the Dravidian languages of this country, this is the second Indo-Aryan language other than Sanskrit to be declared as a classical language. Para, they were demanding immediate passage of the Women's Reservation Bill, which was pending before the House for the last many years. It was a peaceful demonstration. Sir, these women who were demonstrating in front of the Parliament House were brutally attacked by police and they were arrested. I would like to draw the kind attention of the Union Government of India to a tragic fact which relates to the discriminatory policy approach and hostile attitude of the state government of Assam in the matter of implementing the Assam Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Reservation of Vacancies in Service and Post Amendment Act 2012. As per the provisions of Article 16, Subclause 4A of the Constitution, the ST and SC employees of Assam are also supposed to get reservation in promotions, which reads as follows: nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any provision for reservation in matters of promotion to any class or classes of posts in the services under the state in favor of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, which in the opinion of the state are not adequately represented in the services under the state. In this regard, over the recent past 2 decades, no ST or SC employee has been given promotion against the reserved quota in Assam, which ultra-vires the provision of Article 16, Subclause 4A of the Constitution. Recently, 27 engineers of junior rank were promoted to the post of executive engineers, but unfortunately, none was promoted either from the STs or SCs. Under these circumstances, I would like to request the Union Government of India through you to take necessary step to direct the state government of Assam to implement the provisions of the concerned state act with immediate effect. I would also request the centre through you, sir, to pass the long pending Constitution 117th Amendment Bill 2012 at the earliest possible in order to do away with the historical injustice meted out to the SCs and STs in the matter of promotions due to a detrimental judgment given by the Supreme Court of India a few years back that blocked the path of reservation in promotion of the SCs and STs across the country.